Love is our deepest prayer. Love is what we are made of. Love is what we belong to. Love is our deepest prayer. Love is what we are made of. Love is what we belong to. Love is our deepest prayer. Love. Love is what we are made of. Love is what we belong to. Love is our deepest prayer. Love is what we are made of. Love is what we belong to. choice. Spirit, guide my day and open my heart to live your way. Teach me to hear your voice. Open my mind to the freedom of choice.
Say thank you, thank you, thank you, 'cause I'm so grateful, so grateful, oh grateful, I'm so grateful. So I wanna say thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends. Thank you for my friends, Spirit, thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, my wonderful friends. Now thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit, thank you for this day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. This beautiful, this beautiful, this beautiful day. I wanna say thank you. Thank you. I wanna say thank you. Thank you. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I wanna say thank you. I wanna say thank you. 'Cause I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. So grateful. So grateful. So grateful. So grateful. I'm so grateful. So grateful. I wanna say thank you. I wanna say thank you. Just thank you. Thank you. I wanna say thank you. I wanna say thank you. Thank you. Thank you. 'Cause I'm so grateful. Yeah. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I'm so grateful. I wanna just say thank you now. Just thank you now. say thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you.
Good morning, everybody. So good to see everybody. I can't hear myself here. Maybe a little louder. Wonderful to see everybody today. I'm Rev Jay, the spiritual director of the center, and I so appreciate everybody being here on this warm day. Just because it's almost September doesn't mean we are going to be cooler just yet, but we're moving into that time. So good to everybody here today. We'd like to begin with Bodhi is back. Let's give him a warm welcome with an opening chant today.
Yeah, good morning, good morning, good morning. All right. I think you know this song by now. I don't even need to sing anymore, right? All that I hear, all that I feel is God. All that I have, all that I do, all that I am is God. All that I see, one more time. All that I see, all that I feel is God. All that I have, all that I do, all that I am is God. All that I am is God.
What a nice way to kick us off, Bodhi. Thank you. Oh, it is happening. I was teasing him. What if you start levitating during the service? Do I call attention to it or just let you be? He would just give me an example if that really happened, so that's great. I wish to welcome all of you. If this happens to be your first time with us today, either online or here in person, we hope you find this to be a safe and wonderful place. We call it our spiritual home, and we'd like to welcome you to our spiritual home. So thank you for being here with us today. Laura Keller-Coyote will be our practitioner today on platform. You'll hear from her in a little bit. I appreciate our production team and all our ushers and all people here. What I'd like you to do is welcome each other. So if you're online, feel free to use the chat to say where you're from and welcome each other, talk to each other. But in the room, I'd like you to stand up and welcome each other for a minute here. Thank you. Welcome, welcome. Oh, I need to turn. Hang on. Okay, you'll have more time after the service. We got to get going here. Let's, you what? I know. Dee says, give you an open door and we'll take it. So yes. Let's begin the service with repeating our vision and mission. If you'll look on your screen, either at home or here, and repeat with me these words. We are an inclusive community for spiritual growth and compassionate action. And our mission, we are co-creating a world that works for everyone by living intentionally, loving unconditionally, and seeing God in all people and all faiths. I think most of you, I don't even need to put the slide up there, but for new people, it's always good to see it in writing. So good to have everybody here today. I think one of our main purposes of this center is to invite people into contemplative time. And first of all, I'd like to just say, in terms of my own contemplation, I have been overwhelmed by the number of cards and calls and texts I've had in sympathy of my loss, and I thank you. I appreciate it. I felt it. I felt really loved, and it was comforting during the time of loss. It's always hard to do that. For those of you who don't know, about 3.5 weeks ago, I lost my mom, and it's been hard, but it's getting better. As I told somebody, I feel like I've been through the washer, but I'm in the dry cycle now. I'm on the release, wrinkle, and release kind of. So it comes on every now and then, but most of the time I'm just in rest. So thank you for your love. Yes. But now we begin our contemplative time with song and prayer.
And if you'd like to keep your eyes closed or soften your gaze, as we breathe gently, with each inspiration, we are inspired by the divine. We know that the divine is expressing all around us, in each one of us, through us, and as us. And we just give thanks for this truth on this beautiful autumn day, going towards the fall, where the light begins to change, the beautiful breeze, the magnificent oak behind us, the great mother who holds us in her embrace. So we just know we are blessed. We're blessed with the gift of life. We're blessed to be together, and we're blessed for our time here together, for all the music played and the songs sung, and Reverend Jay's message. We just give thanks for all of this, knowing that everything is working for our best and highest good. So just knowing this is the truth, we let this be, and so it is. So staying in this place of stillness, just be aware of your breathing, the rhythm, how relaxed it is. You don't need to do anything. You're being breathed by the divine. And if you like, bring your awareness to your heart that beats steadily, completely, and you don't have to do anything because your heart is the heartbeat of the divine. So just knowing this, your heart is a sacred center. It is a center of pure intelligence and unconditional love. And as it beats, the light and the love comes in, it fills, and then it empties, and the light and the love goes out. One with all that there is, one with the universe, the multiverse, the divine source. So just stay in that stillness for a moment. So knowing in that stillness, you can always feel that one love, that one heart. It's always with you. We know that is the truth. So if you'd like to come back in the room, we let this be. So it is. Whoop. So good morning. I'm Laura, and I don't know about you, but sometimes I need a spiritual inoculation, like a spiritual vaccine or an inspiration. And this week I had a couple I'd like to share with you. So most of you know that Joanne and I are the co-founders of Pro Inclusion Napa, and we have our meetings at the Methodist Church. And this last Tuesday we had a meeting, and I came early and I was waiting to set up, and the new minister came in. Her name is Pastor Grace, and she's a lovely, lovely woman. And we started talking because she came a week ago Saturday. There we go. And we were talking about the film Bad Faith 2026 because she came to see it, and all the crazy, awful things happening, which there's a lot of. And she told me that she was writing a sermon on fear. And then she showed me a poem by Adrienne Rich, a part of the poem that was really beautiful that I'll share with you in a moment. So I was inspired, and then we had the PIN meeting, and we decided to spend the meeting talking about how to deal with aggressive and difficult people. Because when we're doing our positive yard sign campaign, which many of you have participated in, and we're at the farmer's market, sometimes people walk by or come to the booth and they're skeptical, or they think what we're doing is kind of stupid, or they don't like it. Can you imagine that? That's just amazing. But anyway, I've said this before, but it reminds me of that Buddhist koan about Fuketsu's speck of dust, that when you're trying to do good in the world, it's like picking up a speck of dust. But the speck of dust contains the entire world, all the good and all the bad. So you have to think about that and deal with the consequences. So we decided to practice how to deal with aggressive and difficult people. And so we talked about how to stay self-regulated and calm and don't judge and try to convince or cajole or change someone's point of view, how to be present and curious, but more it's about how can we be Like, how can we express the values of respect, acceptance, and kindness? Because if you think about it, we almost always judge other people by their outward behavior, and then we forget to go into the deeper meaning of what they care about and what they believe and what they value, and then use our empathy and our curiosity and our presence to get to that little place of connection where we can start to build a relationship. So we did role plays and we practiced. Everybody hates role plays, but it was fun. And so one person would be the farmer's market person, one would be the PIN member, and one would be an observer. And our favorite scenario is someone walking by going, "What is that, some kind of woke thing?" And that's happened. So for me, the spiritual inoculation is to remember that in every single moment, I have a choice. I can stay with fear and defensiveness and judgment, because I don't know about you, but me, internally, many times I'm like, well, that was really stupid, or that person's acting like a jerk. I would never say that, but it's still in my head. So am I going to make the choice to do that, or am I going to make the choice to be present and to remember that I'm expressing that one love, that one source? And to try to go for that deeper meaning for what the other person cares about. And that's right what Valerie Carr said, "You are a part of me that I do not yet know." So the thing is, it doesn't always work, right? Sometimes it works and sometimes it doesn't. But this is the spiritual practice. We can do prayers, we can meditate, but we also do these things day by day, moment by moment. We persevere. So one other little thing. Yesterday I was in Santa Rosa at Finley Hall, and my husband Peter interviewed Jared Huffman, who's one of our Congress people, and he wrote a book, No Prophets, which is about Christian nationalism. And I'm telling you, it's chilling. It's really something. If you want to be afraid about something, you could be afraid about that. But he's really brave. He's such a good man. He told me sometimes he has to go places and wear a Kevlar vest. He's a very brave person. But then last night, you know that website where they do all the songs all over the world simultaneously, and the Bob Marley song came up. And you know that song is so wonderful. It's like, one love, one heart, let's get together and feel all right. So that's what we do day by day, moment by moment. So I'll leave you with the words of Adrienne Rich. My heart is moved by all I cannot see. So much has been destroyed. I have to cast my lot with those who age after age, perversely, with no extraordinary power, reconstitute the world. And so it is.
One love, one heart. Let's get together and feel all right. One love, one heart. Give thanks and praise to the Lord, and I will feel all right. Let's get together and feel all right. Just had to throw that in there. So, the Odyssey is about the long road, the long way home, right? And Mount Shasta has been that for me. Trying to live there for 50 years, I finally made it. And I finally surrendered to the magic of the mountain, and I wrote this song. Mountain Shasta, Mountain Shasta, Mountain Shasta, call me home. Mountain Shasta, Mountain purple shadow, purple shadow, purple shadow, light the way. Purple shadow, purple shadow, purple shadow, light the way, light the way, light the way. So light your lantern, light your lantern, light your lantern of peace and love. Light your lantern, light your lantern, light your lantern of peace and love, peace and love, peace and love. Mountain Shasta, Mountain Shasta, Mountain Shasta, call me home. Mountain Shasta, Mountain Shasta, call me home. Sing it with me. Call me home. Call me home. Feel the call me home. Call me home. Sing it. Call me home. 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 Call me home, Rev J.
That was beautiful, beautiful, and how fitting. I mean, for us in California, Mount Shasta is this kind of home, is kind of the sacred place for the Greeks during the movie Odyssey. It was Mount Olympia. For other Japanese people, it's Mount Fuji. So there's different mountains. And in Colorado, it's Pikes Peak. So there's all these mountains that are this special home. And really, the movie and the whole story is about coming back home, but also I would recognize this home as our wholeness, as our oneness, that we're coming back home to, this deeper connection that we long for, that we have journeyed away from for whatever reason. Sometimes it's of our choosing. Sometimes it's knowing a greater sense of who we are that we have forgotten. It's a trial, a tribulation, something that has called us forward, and we work our way around. And what's beautiful about the whole idea about the hero's journey that we talk about, that Joseph Campbell designed this not because of the movie, but because of what he saw in all of literature and in all of life. But he often used the Odyssey as an example of this hero's journey, where there is a calling and a moving from the known to the unknown, and into our trials and tribulations. There's an atonement, a realignment, a reconnection, awareness, and intuition. And during that time, we are guided, divinely guided, as we sow. And we move forward into creating something new. We are transformed. We are never the same person as when we come back. And we know that truth about this Odyssey and Odyssey that went on this journey, that he had to be a different person in order to come back home, to reacquaint him to be that. Now, the movie itself, like I said, it's been done over 30 times in TVs and movies, so you probably are somewhat familiar with the topic, the plot of it. And as Bodhi and I were talking about earlier, Michelle and I did go see it this week, and it was a great epic movie. I love epic movies during the summer. It seems like a summer is not complete with some superhero or epic movie of some sort, but it is very violent. And if you don't have a toleration for violence, I wouldn't recommend it. But you can understand the story in and of itself just because of what it is. That it is an awakening that happens. And it's a coming back home, a coming back to wholeness. So that's what we're talking about today. But really, this is also a parallel for a spiritual journey we can go on, that we are called to something deeper. And there is some resistance to it. But it's a journey that can be done in daily life. It's not like it has to be 20 years like Odyssey went through, Odysseus. And for me, it's just daily life sometimes. That I just came off last week. Many of you know, I usually go on a solo retreat somewhere out of town. This year I've been doing so much traveling, I didn't feel like going anywhere. So I did a staycation, so to speak, at my house, but it was a retreat. I say in meditation most of in contemplation the week without any meetings for the most part. But it come Friday afternoon when it was time to get back into the work, get ready for this Sunday, and get ready for a few other things coming up, class and things, I noticed a resistance. I noticed I didn't really want to get back to work. You ever had that on vacation or something, right? Oh no. But I go, okay, what is the calling? What calls me? Okay, the deeper purpose, the community, okay. And once I got into it, got to flow, oh yes. I remember why I'm doing this now. So I'm happy today, by the way. I'm back. But for me, it's even going, I don't know if you shop at Trader Joe's or not, but it's an epic event every time you go there. Lately, you don't know where things are. Literally, the saying, who will buy cheese is a reality, like, where's the cheese? Last week I did talk to one of the clerks because I said, hey, it looks like things are settled. He goes, yes. Last night we took the wheels off the shelves. And I go, oh, you're right. So that means they're in permanent place. He goes, yes. So it's good to know that we're back home. If you're a Trader Joe's shopper, you could count on things a little more. You know, they may move things. They always move things occasionally. But, you know, it's that kind of thing, though. You know, we're always called to something new. Something away from our comfort, and maybe that's good because we say too comfortable, we're not growing. But we can resist it. You know, I know we live here in Napa. No place is further than 15 minutes. But we talk about going to Sonoma or the city, and we go, oh, I don't know. It's only 45 minutes away to San Francisco, one of the best cities in all of the world. But we're going, oh, I don't know. But it is something. So we check in. What is calling us? Is it we're looking for a distraction, or is there something important for me to do? Often when I go to Trader Joe's, I run into people and I have meaningful conversations, or it's good to see somebody. I will tell you, I want to know for all of you, you come here very often if you're here today, but I run into people maybe I haven't seen for several months, and they always start with, oh, I've been meaning to come. Like, don't be one of those people, please. You don't need to say anything like that. Just if you're, come if you're called to come. Watch online if you're called to watch online. Go play golf if you're called to go play golf. God is everywhere, literally. We are not a guilt-based faith. We won't pull that on you, unless it works. Does it work on you? No, we don't do that. But here we have this epic story, and it does relate to his choices and the whole idea of this hero's journey. And so many movies are based on this. You might not even realize, but things like The Hobbit, Lord of the Rings. There's one on television called Perry Jackson and the Olympians, which is pretty cool. I watched a little bit of that. Star Wars, Harry Potter, The Matrix. I mean, the thing about Harry Potter and Star Wars, Luke Skywalker and Harry Potter, their return to home is unknown because they don't know what home they came from, but they were returning to that, and as they journeyed, they found out what that home was. And sometimes we leave home, whatever that home is, and it's not a place we could return for whatever reason, or we don't want to return there because it was too uncomfortable. You know, sometimes we leave the comfortable, and sometimes that's not comfortable at all, and we need to get out of there. We need to move on. That wasn't working at all, so we don't want to go back to that. But funny thing is, when people who I counsel with, people I talk with, they're struggling with a job, a relationship, a situation of whatever kind, when they go through a process of change and transformation, the world changes too. When we do a forgiveness process, even if we haven't done it with that person, things shift. And so when we go back there, we're a different person, but that situation, that relationship is different too. And often it doesn't mean we have to end relationships or careers or jobs. It means it needed to evolve, and we need to start that evolution. We need to start the change. We need to allow our own forgiveness, our own shifts that we do, our perceptions, our well-being. And that's what happens on our journey. Yes, it's not easy. There's a reason we resist it. You know, when watching the movie, I'm so familiar with the story. The character of that I was just saying, whatever you do, don't do that, because you know what's going to happen. You know if you go there, you're going to be attacked by giant people who eat people. Don't go there. But sometimes it's necessary for us to go through the hard part of things. And Odysseus, in his trials and tribulations, I could relate to those trials and tribulations I've had in my life that I needed to go through to learn something. Maybe there was a more graceful way. I didn't know it at the time. Hopefully I know more graceful ways to go through awarenesses and forgiveness and changes now, or at least go through them quicker than I did before. And I hope that's true for you too. But this return home is just a classic theme of we have. And what I know is that there are certain things that help us come back home, that guide us. In the story, they talk about Zeus's law. And Zeus's law is honor the guest, protect the stranger, uphold what is right, for in their humanity we reflect our own. Sounds familiar. Somewhere, maybe just Laura was talking about it. Maybe we talk about it a lot in here, to include all people. And the reason we do that is because we are all one. There is no difference between us. So when we see someone struggle, suffer, challenged, anything we can do to help them. Sometimes we can't do it for them. I know that. But we can offer support and love. Possibilities of a way. We don't know the way, but we know a way that may help them, may not. But it is this return to the right way, align with the right way, to open up to a greater thing, and it's really what I would call a covenant that we have with Spirit. It's Spirit's way for us to be open and loving, true and authentic. And that was the code of the Greeks, and whether it's influenced us, whether it's influenced the Bible and other sacred texts, it comes through all of that. And so there's covenants that Moses had with the ark, Noah and the rainbow, and the 2 commandments that Jesus talked about, above all, that were all about love, and stories he told about the prodigal son and the good Samaritan. These are all stories that we share as a common culture, that it's about our goodness, about our willingness to love each other. The hospitality is a moral obligation. And in the story, it's interesting because there were times that people were out of integrity with that law. Odysseus himself, although it's probably the most famous story of the whole epic of the Trojan horse. But it's really a story of shadow, because he and his fellow men are hiding within what is presented as a gift. And a gift is a sacred thing, and they were giving something, but inside there was a violence in store that overthrew Troy. What's interesting about that story is, yes, Odysseus was clever, but his cleverness was really guided in his ego, and later he struggled with realizing what he had done, that he had destroyed a whole country by himself, including people who were goddesses. Athena was killed during the Troy, and she went on to guide him in her wisdom. But that wasn't in alignment with the highest and good necessarily. And sometimes our ego can get ahead of us. I mean, I don't think there's anything worth breaking our code of love. The men who were suitors of in there, they broke the code because the hospitality that was given to them by Ithaca, they lingered and continued to abuse that. And what was that? Penelope, was that her name, I think? That her kindness, she didn't have boundaries around establishing that, and it's not necessarily a fault of her. She'd lost her spiritual authority in the way, or what she felt was her spiritual authority. She could have reestablished it. For whatever reason, she did not. But also those men who were suitors, who were breaking the law of Zeus by overindulgence, taking advantage of the situation, also made fun of people who were there, who were given a kindness to strangers. And so it was one of those things that we talk about. We talk about judging people, that when we judge people, it's pointing back at us because there's something in us that we're judging. So this opening, and what I know about this idea that this law, this divine law, was called Zeus's law, but also we talk about divine laws in the science of mind. So what we know is there's a symbol that we use in Science of Mind here at Centers for Spiritual Living. And it's talk about a divine inspiration. We have a divine purity, a knowingness, a wishing, a clarity about what we want to create. And we bring that in, we want to bring that into form. But to do that, it's got to go through this middle layer of what we call metaphorically soil. But it's this divine laws that work neutrally. They work the same. So the laws of attraction, the law of reciprocity, the laws of mental equivalent, but also it's our limiting beliefs and cultural limiting beliefs as well. So we have to move through that to create form. So this divine law works just like physical laws work in the physical world. Divine laws work in the mental world, the spiritual world for us equally. There's no favored person. They are neutral. And some of our New Thought writers, both in Unity and Center for Spiritual Living, have spoken to this. Ernest Holmes says, love rules law. Love is the divine givingness. Law is the way. Love is spontaneous. Law is impersonal. So love is both what we bring down because it's the trueness of love, and we bring it into form into love, but we go through the law. Love points the way, and law makes it possible. Myrtle Fillmore, who co-founded Unity, says spiritual poise, which means confidence in that way, kind of an old-fashioned word in the way she's using it, but spiritual poise and the ability to see day by day just where one is going is one of the greatly to be desired results of working with the divine law. So it creates a comfort and a knowingness, and along with spirit that guides us, like Odysseus that was guided by Athena, that we can be guided, because in truth, we can do a shortcut here. We can do a shortcut where we can go from, we want to change something, but we don't really want to do the work. We don't really want to go into a depth of what could be a limiting belief or something. We just want to cut over to that. We can do that. We can do a bypass, as it's called, and just jump to thinking that we've created it, but underneath, I mean, it's an abyss, but it's also something that's not dealt with. And I promise you, if you don't fully go through that cycle, it's going to keep coming back. It's going to keep calling you back until you get it. And there are times, there are things that I thought I resolved, and it's calling me back to take another crack at it, so to speak. I thought I'd done that forgiveness work. Well, okay, a little bit more. That's okay. I didn't like doing it the first time. Don't think I'm going to like it the second time, but it sounds like something I need to do. So to move through that, an awareness of ourselves, a revelation, a realization of our true nature in that way. So it is Zeus's law and divine law that guides us in this way. We know there are challenges, sirens and whirlpools and giants in the movie that create these challenges, and it seems epic in that way, and it's really... Now, we don't believe in a God that puts challenges in our way to see if we can do it. But we know that God in us is the strength that guides us through the situations we're in, that open us up in this way and allow us to see a greater sense of things, a greater love, a greater light in that way. What I know is that we are guided. Here's a movie portrayal of this guidance. And that whatever is in our way is the way. Whatever is in the way is the way. Because it's that which we gain wisdom, we gain transformation, we gain change and love. And probably the biggest, even my favorite part of the story is the sirens. It's interesting, the sirens are also today, sirens warn us of things, so sirens are a warning of sort. But in the Odyssey, they are a seductive, and not necessarily feminine, let's stay away from that idea, but they are a distraction. They promise us knowledge, pleasure, and glory if we'll just succumb to that, come to the ego, to the external things in our life, rather than doing the internal work. So Odysseus has his men strap him to the mast while the men put wax in their ears so they don't hear it. And he hears the full temptation. He understands it. He realizes it. And I think when we are tied to our spiritual conviction, our spiritual practices, our spiritual knowing that we're willing to see a greater thing on things, the distractions won't get us. We'll be aware of them, but they won't pull us in. They won't allow us to experience something other than what we want. Now, there are times we are going to get distracted, but we're going to be aware, it's not a permanent thing. I think, in the movie, the soldiers, the sailors, their ship is cast against the rocks, and there's skeletons and all this stuff here. But we can always re-choose. Always re-choose. There's never a permanent thing we can do. So we can open up to a greater sense of who we are. And we finally bring that return home, that return to wholeness and oneness. So if Ithaca represents this wholeness, and yet Odysseus, he knows where home is. They're in the movie, and it's really portrayed in the whole storyline. He is dealing with the pain of what he caused in Troy and the pain of losing soldiers. And he ends up marooned on a place where there's a woman there who gives him lotus, which is a kind of a relaxing drug, and you get to forget all your pains and stuff like that, which might be good to relax and remove yourself, not necessarily with a substance, but to step away from things. But he spent 7 years there. I think at some point he could have realized it. And so we have to realize, we have to allow that pain, accepting things, realizing things. But it can take time. You don't have to do it right away. 7 years, maybe not 7 years, but still, it takes time to do that. And there's no hurry to do it. And when we're able to do that, we are able to come to a new person that we are. No person ever crosses the same river twice. We are not the same person. It's not the same river. It's not the same people. So as we come back to that home, metaphorically, that wholeness, that oneness, we have first of all, we have a greater ability to feel it, to know the joy and the peace and the deeper connection we can feel because we've done this work. Sometimes it is a loss. I'll tell you that right now. Many of you know that a deep loss leaves a hole in you. But that hole that's channeled out is more room for joy. More room for love, for empathy, deeper connection. So Odysseus disguised himself as a beggar. And I think that's so appropriate because, first of all, he has to get back into the culture that has changed. And if they saw him right away, he'd probably be killed right away. But more importantly, he has to humble himself. He has to be as if he is nobody. And I think this is an important part of our journey home, is to surrender, is to allow not my will, but thy will, but Spirit coming through us as us, and allow this sense of guidance. And it's that way we are transformed into something new, into something greater. And what I know about this, this epic circle, the hero or heroine's journey, as you call it, it also applies to a spiritual journey that we go on. So if we're in home and we're in comfort, but we get a call, an inner stirring, or something that's disruptive, something is discontent within us, and we decide to pursue it, but at first there is a resistance to it. We don't really want to do it. We don't want to do the work. We are comfortable at home. But sometimes, as Michael Beckwith talks about, he says when the pain, sometimes the pain pulls, sometimes the vision does. Or the pain pushes and vision pulls. So either one, where the vision pulls us or the pain pushes us, we move into this area of growth, this surrender, and there's a disruption, that there's chaos because things are not the same. But we move into a healing, a self-realization of who we really are. We let go of things that no longer serve us, and we move to an awareness, a mindfulness of what it is, and to an embodiment, and an integration, and an alignment that we are. And it's that creates us. Guess what? We do get to go back to comfort level. We don't always have to be on this place of growth and move and change, that we can come back to a comfort. It's okay to rest and restore yourself. It's actually necessary. There are times we come back to a plane and we're okay right there. We're okay. And as one of my favorite stories about Nasruddin, who is a Jack kind of story from the Middle East, this woman comes to him and says, "Oh, I'm so happy that my son just completed all his studies at the university." And Willie goes, "That's wonderful. Don't worry, though. The universe will provide more lessons." So there will always be more lessons, but there doesn't mean there has to be constant, that we learn to relax when it's time to come back into that place, because that's an important part of the integration. The alignment is coming back and allowing it to settle in as truth. Otherwise, we are bypassing it, and if we're not taking the time to really allow it to come through to us. So this hero's journey, as we talk about it, is also a spiritual journey, and not necessarily a 10-year thing, 20-year thing. It can be one day. It can be 1 hour. It can be a few minutes. We hit a sudden shock. And the first thing is just like loss, is denial and resistance. And okay, this is the way it is. I accept it. And what does this mean? What is it? How can I deal with this? What is transforming me? What is seeking to emerge in me in this situation? How is Spirit guiding me? What is Spirit saying is the highest and best in this situation? that it can happen momentarily, especially as we practice it more. But this is also a way of prayer. So in Centers for Spiritual Living, we talk about a 5-step prayer. We make it more complicated than it is probably. But when we're in a place of comfort, there is a disruption, there's a discontent. And that's before we do the steps. It is just what is calling us into prayer. It could be our concern about someone else. It could be about our health. It could be about our wealth. It could be about anything, that there's just a discontent. It could be something even a not knowing in you, but something that's not settled. It was settled a minute ago, and suddenly it's not settled. What is going on? Checking in. What is calling me in this situation? What is the call? And to surrendering it. So in our 5 steps, we do recognition and realization. We realize the deeper spirit that's there. That is our guidance. We recognize the divine in all things. And we move to claiming, through the disruptions been, we claim our awareness, we claim the healing, we claim the deeper truth, and then we release it into the divine law. And come back to home in gratitude. So this can be a 5-minute prayer we do. It can be a 5-year knowingness that runs deeper. And it's all okay, the spiritual journey we're on. I invite you to let go of any need for the drama and step into a deeper knowing in your life. Allow Spirit to guide you. Allow yourself willing to go through what is necessary and to come back home. So I want to say to all of you, welcome home. Let's go to prayer. What I know in this moment, the Spirit is the home within us, the wholeness, the deepness, the oneness. And as we align with that in this moment, we just know the deeper truths within us. We surrender to that which we are called to know. We continue to be open and willing to step through a greater thing so that we can allow transformation, forgiveness, understanding, insight, healing to happen. For we know that is the call of Spirit in our lives. We know Spirit will always be with us, and Spirit is with us in this moment, guiding us, protecting us, loving through us. This is what I know to be true today and always. I'm grateful as I release it into this divine law, knowing it is so, and so it is.
Glow of the fire, peace of the night, memories dissolving, I'm feeling alright, letting the past go. See myself now, embracing the moment, dream. The mist on the mountain, the wild rushing stream, the sunlight is burning, the fog from the shore, the veil it is lifting. I know that once more I am guided. I am guided. I am guided to you. I am guided. I am guided to you.
Thank you. That's another time when I'm resistant to give up. All right, I'm in this flow. Thank you. This time in our service, we invite you to be part of the law of circulation. We know that which you're giving and receiving is part of the divine law, of Zeus's law, if you want to call it that. We know that all things are in divine order. So we so appreciate the different ways that you are able to give to us, either perhaps you're by mail or online or here in person. We appreciate all the ways that you support our vision and mission. So if you'll take your hand and put it over your heart and imagine that which you've given to us in the past or that which you're giving us today, and affirm with me the affirmation on the screen. Divine love as me blesses and multiplies all that I am, all that I have, and all that I circulate, and so it is.
I think we missed the announcements today, but I'd like to say next month I'll be here with a sound journey in the afternoon. If you want to come on one of my sound journeys next month, the last Sunday of the September.
To the service now.
You said there were no anomalies.
You've been gone a month, man. We are not the same center. You are not the same person. I'm not the same person, right?
True that. I surrender. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing. Oh, thank you for my friend, Spirit. Thank you for my friend. Thank you for my friend, Spirit. Thank you for my friends. My wonderful, my wonderful, wonderful friend. My wonderful friend. Thank you for the center, Spirit. Thank you for the center. Thank you for the center. Thank you for the center. With Reverend, with Reverend, with Reverend J. With Reverend, with Reverend, with Reverend J. Thank you for the tech team. 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 This capable team. for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. Thank you for this day, Spirit. Thank you for this day. This healing, this healing, this healing day. This healing, this healing day. Feed the healing, not the wound.
Thank you, Bodhi. Thank you, Bodhi. So we like to acknowledge people who are here for the first time, either online or here in person. We have a special brochure for you that gives us a little more information about you. If anybody's willing to raise your hand, we can give you out one of those brochures. Oh, good? Okay. Because it's been a month. That's right. Well, we have a blessing here for all of us. We'll raise our hands and say this. We bless you today, knowing that the peace and happiness you seek is also seeking you. We honor your inner radiance as you let your light shine in our world. We are grateful for your presence in our community, and so it is. If we happen to miss you another time, perhaps, so if you are new, there's information at our information table out there, as well as all our events. I'm going to run through these pretty quickly because we got a number of them coming up. First of all, 2 weeks from now, September 6th, Rob Ward will be here, a ministerial intern, which has been serving as a practitioner outreach, but he'll be here in purpose to give the message, as well as a workshop called Living from the Spiritual Heart. I'm excited about that. There's information about that at the table out there. You can sign up for it out there. Then he's also starting a new class that registration is starting up. This is a Zoom-only class. And it's kind of interesting because he's decided to start it on Mondays at 5 o'clock. The reason why it's so early is because then we can have people on the East Coast take it too. So all U.S. time zones can take it. And we're trying to boost up the people who are taking it from other centers and other places, people that don't even have a center near them. And he's teaching it with Ian Bentley, who lives in New York. So they're teaming up to do it. It sounds like a great class to deepen your spiritual practice, awaken your true nature. So Infinite You as the Universe. You can also sign up for that online or out at the information table. On Tuesday, September 26th, we're having a fall equinox celebration and ritual. That's going to be at 7 o'clock, and we're also encouraging you to bring harvest food to share with others. You can sign up for that at the information table. And then, here we go. We would not forget you. A month from now, September 27th, after the service, he's starting a new elemental sound journey. Sounds pretty cool. So I'm looking forward to that. You can sign up online or at the information table as well. And then we are having this big trip to France a year from now. We're having an information night on the 15th. You have to sign. The meeting is on Zoom. You have to sign up ahead of time. Even if you're just remotely interested, sign up to get the information and to get more information about the trip itself. We're going to be going along the Mary Magdalene route, and it's going to be absolutely fabulous. So please consider that possibility and sign up for the information night on Tuesday the 15th. It's 6 o'clock. It doesn't say, but I know it's at 6 o'clock. And the information will be on when you sign up as well. And then finally, we're looking for more people on the production team. We've had some people step away, and it's a fun way. I tell you, it makes all those people online would like an excellent service, and for 90% of our last week was a little iffy at times, but that's okay. We still want to provide, and that way also bring in more people who are doing it online. And to do that, we need to provide services that are excellent, and we want help being able to create those. We'll train and support you, make a difference for those unable to be here in person, which includes those people, not people out of state, but maybe people who just physically can't make it here. So we appreciate you helping out with that. So let me know, Shauna or Sean, if you have questions, or register at the information table, the regular volunteer sheet.
You don't need to be technical.
You don't need to be technical.
Just
Organized. Well, that's a challenge for some of us. I'm technical but not organized. Do I qualify? I don't know. Okay. And then we invite our practitioners to come up at this time. please consider staying for prayer. It's a gift that we offer you. It's an amazing reflection of who you are, especially if this is the time when you're going through one of these heroic or heroine journeys and going through some turmoil. It's a great way to find our balance as well as our guidance that through situations like this. So thank you for being willing to do that. There's also prayers at the information out in the lobby and online if you want to do prayer requests. We meet every Tuesday to pray. And now we'll invite our children to come in. We're welcome. Bodhi, we need to develop a children's song, something that brings them in. What do you think that is? I don't know. Something other. So we welcome all the children today.
Good morning. So we talked about being a magnet and about growing our thoughts and attracting what we'd like to attract, and it's okay to have feelings and process them. So what would you like to add, Jasmine? Jasmine?
So sometimes when you're mad, and when you see something else, it might make you even madder.
And did you want to say something about that?
Did they? Society. we going camping.
Yeah. All right, that's it.
That's great.
Okay.
That's
and
great.
we did our art projects as
Oh,
well.
beautiful art today.
Yeah.
All right.
That was Lorelai's.
I'm a magnet, and what they're magnets for.
Yeah.
That's awesome. All right, let's raise our hands. The affirmation on the screen. We love you, we care about you, and we're here for you. Yay! All right, let's all stand for the congregational affirmation. Repeat after me. Something wonderful is happening through me right now.
Something wonderful is happening through me right now.
I'm led by Spirit.
I'm led by Spirit.
I'm guided by wisdom.
I'm guided by wisdom.
I'm protected by love.
I'm protected by love.
I am here to be a blessing.
I am here to be a blessing.
I am so grateful.
I'm so grateful.
And so it is.
And so it is.
That's it, amen. And so it is.
I am a prayer for peace. Wherever I go, peace goes
With me,
I feel the peace within. In every breath, peace abides. I know the joy of peace. I choose fear to release. Every moment, love wakes up, and peace is every step. Peace is every step. Peace is every step.
blessings, everybody. Peace in every step. Thanks for being here today.